Let's see how to use and spell correctly this possessive S that is used at the end of some nouns or some time expressions, also called historically a Saxon genitive. When this apostrophe S refers to a single person, somehow the owner or the person it refers to is just one person, such as Mary or the girl, then you add this apostrophe S at the end of the name or at the end of the noun or the noun group, such as you can find in these examples here. You're referring to a singular noun, so you simply use apostrophe S. For example, Mary's mother gave me a lift, or the girl's mother gave me a lift. If, however, you're referring to a plural person, to two people, several people, in this case, if you're referring to the girls as a plural noun group, because this noun group already ends in an S to indicate plural, then as you can see, you only use an apostrophe and no extra S here. No, just the S to indicate plural and the apostrophe. If you're mentioning the names of these people, then what you do is you mention them, Mary and Laura, and then you only add the apostrophe S at the end of the last name mentioned, Mary and Laura's mother. Not at the end of every single name, no, just at the end of the last one. Sometimes, perhaps proper names may end in an S, such as Charles, James. In this case, you have two options. More traditional versions tend to say, she's Charles's wife, in which case you keep the name and add apostrophe S, and then in pronunciation, you add an extra is. She's Charles's wife. However, you can also find this other alternative. You can see this spelling as well, and it is acceptable nowadays. Something else happens when you're dealing with irregular plural words. In these cases, what you do, if you're referring, for example, to women, the suffragettes fought for women's rights. As you can see, because this plural word does not end in an S, because it is irregular, then you still use apostrophe S, women's rights. For example, he writes children's literature. Or this shop specializes in men's clothing. Again, because this is an irregular plural form with no S, so there is no clash, no problem there. So women's rights, children's literature, men's clothing. Remember that sometimes you can also use this Saxon genitive with certain time expressions. You can see some examples below. For example, you may be saying things such as, I've been reading yesterday's papers, the papers published yesterday, or we're traveling to France in 2 weeks' time. As you can see, again, because we're talking about, or this is referring to a plural word ending in S, this time, as you can see, there is no extra S. So this is the plural word you get, 2 weeks' time.